Yeah, good afternoon, Puneet. Yes, no, Eureka Forbes, I'm quite positive on that stock in last few months also, no, because their no sales is going in a double digit growth. Even from here also, no, maybe double digit growth they are planning. Again, if you see, no, their ad spend is going to normalize. So I think there the cost may go down and margin may improve. OPEX they are going to reduce, no, slowly and gradually, maybe 5 to 10% quarter on quarter. But the main thing is AMC and service revenue is slowly gradually going up. So maybe if it is going up by 15-20%, the margin may increase. I see the debt reduction progress is slowly and gradually coming for this company, and as the debt reduces, the interest cost will go down. So I think that is where the margin improvement will be there. So of course, I'm quite positive in the prospects look good, but as you rightly told, now that it is on our expenses are almost trading at 70p. I think it will be buy on dips, but yes, long term, I'm positive on this stock.
Okay, so that's with regards to Eureka Forbes, that's what we are seeing. But a stellar run today, 9% is a kind of an up move that we are seeing. But let's put focus on the Nifty 50 stocks once. And if you just look at the heat map there, we'll see Adani Enterprises right at the top. It's passing today, in fact. And this is, it's in fact the top gainer, seeing an uptick of around 3% or so. And this is after the ARM, Adani Defense System and Horizon Aero Solutions have signed a pact to acquire about 73% of stake in Flight Simulation Technique Center. Now, this acquisition cost has been at an enterprise value of around 820 crore. The key rationale being that if you just look at the target company, it is India's largest independent flight training and simulation provider as well. If we just look at the facility, they operate about 11 advanced full flight simulators and 17 training flights as well. So this acquisition is lined for the company to build their overall aviation services platform and to strengthen their presence there in both the civil and defense related pilot training is what we are looking at. So it's a strong update, a strong acquisition that is on cards for Adani Enterprises. So Tapan, just want to get your perspective as well with regards to this acquisition and your view on Adani Enterprises as well.
See, Adani Enterprise overall, it's a holding company, and that's why that is one of the reason why it is not able to go up. And if you see, of course, now if you see from last 6 months, lot many positive things are happening for this company. And overall, the energy capex is going to peak by 27, and mining volumes also going to normalize from here. Of course, the leverage will stabilize from you can say from 27 onwards. And if you see the new coal trading recovery is also going to be there. Data center, that is a new business they are going to start, that is also a positive thing. But I'm little bit concerned about, because it's a holding company. No, I still feel, I think if anyone wants to go, better to go like Adani Port or Adani Power. Still here, no, because as so many subsidiaries are there, so there will be always be up and down. So my take is better to go to other companies in Adani Group rather than Adani Enterprise. नमस्कार दोस्तों, होप आपको सेशन अच्छा लग रहा है। अगर आप चाहते हो कि हम भी आपको हेल्प करें स्टॉक सिलेक्शन में, तो आप हमारी सर्विस ले सकते हैं। हम एक सेबी रजिस्टर्ड रिसर्च एनालिस्ट है, और आप www.catapan.in ये वेबसाइट में जाके देखिएगा। यहाँ हमने सब कुछ दिया हुआ है। अगर आप देखें तो एक पोर्टफोलियो बिल्डर कॉम्बो है, जहाँ हम लोग इक्विटी, म्यूचुअल फंड, ETF, IPO, SME IPO, बॉन्ड्स रिकमेंडेशन, बाय सेल रिकमेंडेशन, वीकली सेशंस होते हैं जो आपको हेल्प करते हैं आपका पूरा पोर्टफोलियो स्ट्रक्चर और प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन में, प्लस पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू भी होता है। तो आप जरूर जाके देखिएगा। इवन आपको सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो इक्विटी का भी पोर्टफोलियो अवेलेबल है। जो आप सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो बेटर है आप एक बार जाके देखिए और समझिए। प्लस गाइज, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप हमारा नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड करें ऐसे सेक्टर रिकमेंडेशन और इवन स्टॉक पिकिंग एक्सरसाइज, तो हम उसकी भी लिंक दे देंगे, वो क्लिक करके नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड कीजिएगा। चले, डू सब्सक्राइब फॉर द नेक्स्ट वेबिनार। थैंक यू।
Got the view, Tapan, and viewer standard disclaimer. The channel that you're watching is also part of the Adani Group, and so is the stock that we just discussed as well. But let's quickly pull up Paytm, see what that counter is doing, because Goldman Sachs has come out and upgraded the stock to a buy from neutral earlier. They've almost doubled their target price from just 705 to 1,570 rupees per share. There are three key points that they make in this report. The first one is, of course, on EBITDA margins, expected to more than double over the next 3 to 4 years with cost control. That has been a big positive surprise according to Goldman. They are also seeing some further recovery in market share, and with the new initiatives amongst others in terms of giving out new loans in new verticals, a story that's similar to Grow. They see Paytm as one that will participate and give a lot of upside even from the current levels. Tapan, on Paytm, what is your quick view on the stock, especially since now that Grow is listed, there is focus on this particular space. We're also seeing that the capital market players are also starting to see a lot of moves for those counters that had not performed. Your quick view on either of those?
Yeah, talking about Paytm, yes, I'm positive because so many things is happening on the positive side now for Paytm in last few months. Again, no, if you see they are getting now license also. Again, the lending mix is now getting a more margin from here. See, of course, UPI monetization is not so great, but I think their broking business and their slowly engaging lending business and is bringing more margin. Again, the double-digit credit growth will be there from here. Of course, if you see the lot of things, new customer addition now slowly and gradually they are adding, and operating expenses are also down, maybe 3 to 5% on quarter. So loan distribution, if you see, it is up by almost 22%. So that's a good jump. So yes, I am positive, but I think this stock is on a higher side, still valuation on a higher side. So I think I'll wait for at least 10% dip to get into the stock. But yes, long-term prospects look good.
Yes, cuts after this tariff hikes, which were lower than expected, came through. What is your view with regards to the update, with regards to these tariff hikes, and your view on Gail as well?
See, Anushi, this is not a good news for Gail. No, if, of course, they were expecting much more and the tariff came much lower. Of course, they can appeal. But if you see in last few quarters also, no, last quarter also, the result is not coming good. Of course, this is tariff an issue. Again, there, if you see the EBITDA margin is remaining lower side, the petrochemical margin volatility already there. LNG price fluctuation is there, which is impacting their cost. Again, there is higher OPEX which is impacting their profitability. See, the slowly and gradually transmission volume and all that going to improve, and even the LNG sourcing is going to improve. But still, I think it's a long way to go. And the marketing expenses also now, if you see, slowly and gradually they are trying to improve, but it's not impacting the profitability too much. So still, I feel that no, it will take some time to Gail to recover. So yeah, it's an avoid from my side at this level.
All right, and thanks, Amit, for getting us that update there. So 2% uptick coming in on Lenskart, and that's also something that we should be discussing with Tapan Doshi, who's been with us. Tapan, thank you so much for being with us. And I also wanted to get a sense of what you think about Lenskart. Are you perhaps as bullish as Jefferies is? Because they're talking about a bunch of growth verticals. They're talking about the market share as well. And that still seems to be a little bit of a concern. What is the view that you have when it comes to Lenskart?
Yeah, thanks. See, of course, no, Lenskart valuation is on a higher side, and Jeffrey is quite bullish, but still, I feel we have to see 1 or 2 quarter result whether they are able to deliver or not. Of course, from here the store expansion is going to be there in next 2 years. Again, premium products will come, which will improve their average selling price, and margin may go up little bit. The problem is for Lenskart is the cash burn is higher than the estimates. Again, the competition is there from Titan and other small players also. So yes, addressable market is big, but we have to see at what pace it is going to grow, because valuation, what currently it is driving, is also on a higher side. It's good that Lenskart is able to hold after IPO. No, everyone thought it will come down, but still, I think one should wait. Don't rush. I think maybe in a SIP manner one can invest. Wait for 1 or 2 quarter, then better to get it.
We have seen that the focus has largely been on AI, but both Nomura and CLSA highlighting that macros continue to be trumping AI right now, and that's the focus of their picks as well. Would you concur with that view, and what should we watch out for? Is it mid caps over large caps for you?
Yes, see, Puneet, AI, of course, it's a big threat for all the big companies. I'm not too much bullish on TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and all that, because they are going to face lot of issues. Again, the margin will go down. Again, lot of, you can say that attrition is there at TCS level, Infosys level also, and maybe some contracts may be renegotiated at US level. There, the margin may go down. So guidance also is around 2 to 6%, which is not so great. If I am little bit positive, then it will be a mid cap, Coforge and Persistent, where you can see they are focusing on niche products, much more AI related, and they are in a niche sector also, and that is where the margin can expand in future, and they are able to perform well. So yes, if someone, I am talking about long term, of course, if someone want to go for IT, it should be much better to go mid cap, that is Coforge and Persistent, rather than large caps.
It's also focusing when it comes to all cargo logistics. Tapan, I wanted to quickly get your view when it comes to this counter before we move on. You did have the stock rising after falling for over 5 days straight. What are you looking at when it comes to this particular company?
See, overall, this company has not performed over the time now. And if you see, there is always a fluctuation on the profitability side. Of course, the global freight rates also remains volatile and EBITDA margin is not coming up as such. Europe demand is also quite weak and freight yield pressure is always there on this company. So working capital, if you see, no, it's little bit stretched. Of course, if you see the margin stability is going to be expected in next 1 or 2 years and steady global volume will be there slowly and gradually as the trade war gets end. But I feel no, this is the company you can avoid. No, still I think 1 or 2 better quarter results should come, then one can think about long term for getting into this stock.
Got the view, Tapan. Tapan, let me come to you very quickly first on IEX. Considering the older reform, and we'll probably get Danish back on the new one, how do you see this issue? Because at 85% market share, if the decoupling happens, how would you view the stock?
Yeah, but that's a big threat. No, that is a threat to no, for the market share, and I think that's a high risk. Now, if you see now slowly and gradually, there volumes are coming down, and again the lower DAM prices also pressurizing their yields. Again, clearing price volatility is there, which is impacting their fees also. So slowly and gradually, if these things goes on, I think that is when things will get worse for IEX. And we need clarity here. At the end of the day, if the core business model get impacted, then there is a big problem. So I'm not too much positive. Again, the power dividend may come up in future, but still I think lot of issues are there with IEX. So I think better to avoid at current price. नमस्कार दोस्तों, होप आपको सेशन अच्छा लग रहा है। अगर आप चाहते हो कि हम भी आपको हेल्प करें स्टॉक सिलेक्शन में, तो आप हमारी सर्विस ले सकते हैं। हम एक सेबी रजिस्टर्ड रिसर्च एनालिस्ट है और आप www.catapan.in ये वेबसाइट में जाके देखिएगा। यहाँ हमने सब कुछ दिया हुआ है। अगर आप देखें तो एक पोर्टफोलियो बिल्डर कॉम्बो है जहाँ हम लोग इक्विटी, म्यूचुअल फंड, ETF, IPO, SME IPO, बॉन्ड्स रिकमेंडेशन, बाय सेल रिकमेंडेशन, वीकली सेशंस होते हैं जो आपको हेल्प करते हैं आपका पूरा पोर्टफोलियो स्ट्रक्चर और प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन में, प्लस पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू भी होता है। तो आप जरूर जाके देखिएगा। इवन आपको सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो इक्विटी का भी पोर्टफोलियो अवेलेबल है। जो आप सिर्फ इक्विटी का चाहिए तो बेटर है आप एक बार जाके देखिए और समझिए। प्लस गाइज, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप हमारा नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड करें ऐसे सेक्टर रिकमेंडेशन और इवन स्टॉक पिकिंग एक्सरसाइज, तो हम उसकी भी लिंक दे देंगे। वो क्लिक करके नेक्स्ट सेशन अटेंड कीजिएगा। चले, डू सब्सक्राइब फॉर द नेक्स्ट वेबिनार। थैंक यू।
Investment in market securities is subject to market risk. Read all the documents carefully before investing.